Lady K.
Welcome, and thank you for tuning in to Lady K Chat, a podcast that is designed for men and women to become better versions of themselves, which is broadcast every Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Various subjects will be spoken upon, such as relationships, health and wellness, personal development, wealth building, children, and so much more. She is a two-time Amazon best-selling author, an international speaker, and life coach. She is Lady K. And now for your host, Lady K.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Lady K Chat podcast. You are here with your favorite host, Lady K, and I just want to welcome you to today's show. Oh my God, it is going to be a topic, guys, that I just couldn't not resist not to talk about it. And for those who are not aware who I am before I get to that show, again, my name is Lady K. I speak that fire truth, and I always announces the elephant in the room, and I don't hold my tongue back. And I do it with authority. So welcome. And I'm going to get right back into today's show. So it is about 72-year-old Bishop Noel Jones, who finally proposed to his girlfriend of 28 years on and off. Just saying that alone by itself, it sounds like who does that? You got to wait 28 years just to get me? But I'm getting somewhere, guys. I gotta tell you the whole scoop. I gotta lay it down for you. It was just a proposal, guys. It was how he proposed. Listen, he made it seem like the marriage is a straitjacket. Let me rephrase that. He didn't make it seem. He said that, yes, and I'm gonna share it with you. He literally said, "Do I have to give up my freedom for a straitjacket?" Exactly. This is exactly what I mean. His words were horrible. I'm like, listen, Bishop, did you really? And then the girl, Loretta, did you hear what he said, my sister? But I'm sure you guys haven't. So let me play for you what this 72-year-old grown bishop said, how he proposed to his girlfriend of 28 years. Let's take a listen.
You're going to wait a while until somebody going to have to deal with you broken down. Because they won't be able to say, I can put up with him drooling. I can put up with him needing the wheelchair push. I can put up with him falling out the bed because it wasn't always that way. But he said, Reverend, you wait until it's only that way. So I decided that I don't get married.
So I'm gonna pause real quick because he dropped some nuggets that I think it flew over some people's heads. So he said, God is saying to him, no, I'm gonna have to get you in a point where, you gotta learn some stuff the hard way. Can't teach an old dog new tricks, right? He also stated that through thick and thin with that person, you wouldn't mind wiping their butts, pulling their wheelchair, wiping their snots. Now, normally, if you're with someone consistently over the years and just doing that with one person, and you get to that point of life where you had some humps, you was able to get over the humps, you're enjoying life, and now your significant other is going down and you have to step in and care for them. Yes, but do you really think a woman who has been with you on and off for 28 years is looking forward for you to say in a proposal to her those words, and you are a bishop. And part of your job being a bishop is to prepare the word for the people. So even though this is a woman you're going to propose to, she's not your wife yet, you still are preparing yourself to say the right words. And those were the words that you have chosen. Again, can't teach an old dog new tricks. Let's hear the rest.
And I don't get married.
Did y'all hear him, ladies? He said, I decided I'm going to get married. He ain't said nothing about God. I'm going to continue.
And when it was rumored some time ago that I was getting married, I remember saying to you that I've been with you for 20-something years, then not 28 like it is now. It was about 24. No, it was about, yeah, it don't matter. But I told you that I wouldn't. We've held hands every Sunday. We related to each other every Sunday.
Ooh, child, he telling on himself. He said they related every Sunday.
And I told you that I would not sneak off somewhere and get married and let you find out on the side. So I'm telling you today, security. I'm telling you today that I'm going to get married. Loretta, come up here, please.
Mm. She looks so beautiful.
Now, I thought about, should I give up my freedom coat for a straight jacket? I thought about, should I, at my age, get married to someone way younger than me? I thought about, should I give up not having to answer to anybody? If I'm in Africa and I wanted to go to Europe, if I wanted to leave Europe and go to Asia, Japan, I wouldn't have to call anybody. I thought about, should I have somebody censoring who comes to my house? I don't like it. She sure can't come. I thought about, should I have to give up my Ferrari, buy a station wagon? And then when I looked at her, I said, well,
Okay, there's a lot to unpack here. First of all, I want to say she looks so beautiful and she looks so happy. She looks, she's been waiting for this proposal for 28 years. And the first thing that came out this man's mouth is, should I retire my freedom coat for a straight jacket? Like I said, she's been waiting for this proposal for her whole life, and that's what you hit her with. Should you look at marriage that way? Why does he have that mindset? This is why I keep telling you, ladies, you can't teach an old dog's new tricks. So even though he's given this proposal to her, it's kind of, I feel like in a way he's settling because he's of age and he's getting older. And like he said before, he needs someone to push his wheelchair. He needs someone to take care of him, right? But when you think about all this, should I give up my Ferrari so I can get a station wagon? Excuse me, sir, who said at this age where I'm non-childbearing anymore, we are free to do whatever we want to do, that I actually want to sit in a station wagon? Loretta, you want to sit in a station wagon? Why do you feel like you have to give up your Ferrari? Why can't you have the perspective that I want to share my Ferrari with my wife? See, ladies, what we do, we get so excited when the guys, finally put it into action, but it's how he does it. It's how he give it thought. Like I said, I'm not gonna go too hard on because he's a bishop and the man of God. Yes, we know all of that, so that I don't need to come from that perspective. But what I'm saying is, part of his job as a bishop, he has to prepare the word. He has to prepare, and it doesn't matter. He has to be in preparation. So to come with this type of proposal, have you opened up? Should I give up my freedom coat for a straight jacket? Should I give up my Ferrari for the station wagon? Should I don't hear nothing in here that I wanted to give it up. It was, should I? The mentality matters so much. So this is why it's so important for you to be with a man and understand the type of mentality that he has. Not to say that people can evolve, because you can always educate yourself. You can always advance your IQ, and you can always be emotional intelligence. You can always sharpen that. But I'm going to be honest. You don't want to wait for the potential to be activated. You want the potential already activated. And this is why a lot of women be in this position, just like Loretta, waiting 28 years for him to act right. It should not take 28 years for you to get yourself together. So I'm sorry, 28 years? That's almost 30 years. That's almost most of her life. And did y'all peep what he said? I think this is coming up soon. I'm sorry. He said that we have been together for 28 years, but do I want to get with someone who's way younger than me? So if we do the math right, I don't know exactly how old Loretta is, but he's 72. And looking at this picture right here, she looks pretty young. She looks like she can be in her 50s. So if that's the case, it could be a possibility he met her while she was in her 20s. So basically, he groomed her, because he's now saying, should you want to be with an older man? But when you was an older man, you probably in your 40s or 50s, you was eyeballing that 20-year-old, and you groomed her over the years, and she fell in love with you. You probably gave her fake promises. And I don't know if a lot of people know this, but there was a show called Preachers and something. And about a couple of years ago, there was on a show, and it was a big controversy because Loretta wanted to get married and he didn't want to get married yet. And I'm like, but if you take her seriously and you want to be sanctioned under God, why are you wasting her time if you're not going to marry her? Is that your intentions? And I'm pretty sure she probably had to go through some hoopla just to get where she's at today. And, you're finally, like you said, convincing yourself to give up your coat, your freedom coat, for a straight jacket. So I'll move forward.
Should you have to push a wheelchair when I can't walk? Don't go so fast, slow down. Should you have to deal with an old man when you could have many suitors who were so young? Should you have to be listening to a man who's intoxicated with the exuberance of his own verbosity? Should you have to deal with somebody who is set in his ways? After I thought about all the shoulds, I decided that if I keep on thinking about should, then I won't get this thing done. So I need you to give me some help here. I gotta pull something out of the. Gotta give me a Cracker Jack ring. So I got away from all the shoulds. Should I? Should you? And I've decided simply to say, will you? Marry me.
Mm.
I'm getting married. What did you say? Yes.
Woo, child. You can't teach your old dog new tricks. Let me tell you something. And everything that he asks, should she? The only thing that really he brought in that would actually put her in a position to think of someone else besides him is, should she, marry me when there's a plethora of young suitors? Listen, right? Prior to him saying that, he mentioned about should she push his wheelchair when she doesn't have to? That's on him. Should she have to deal with an exuberant man of his own verbosity, which means a man who's into himself and wants to use big words to make himself feel better? Should she deal with someone that's set in his ways? Everything in there was about, should she have to put up with me because I'm not changing? Because you can't teach an old dog new tricks. What I did, like I told you before, ladies, he have groomed her over the years, got her to the place where she wants to be, and now she's accepting it because she realized he's not changing either. And listen, I get it in general. People don't change this right off the bat. It takes them to go through a process, or maybe a certain life experience for something for them to happen. Who knows? Maybe that happened to him. I highly doubt it, because it sounds like he's more into himself, and it sounds like he is just looking like if Loretta can be his caretaker, because again, he knows he's at that time where he's not going to have too much time. But to top it off and to propose with a Cracker Jack box ring, I don't care if it was an inside joke between him and her, because this in the looks in the video when she kind of laughed, it felt that way. I don't care. He could have kept that for the home. Like I said, he's a bishop. Part of his job is to prepare the word. Did you really think about this thoroughly? That you embarrass this woman in front of the whole damn world practically, because this is on YouTube, okay? So you pretty much embarrass this woman with a Cracker Jack box ring and propose to her. Even if there was a real ring inside and you put in a Cracker Jack box, kind of tacky. So ladies, I need you to understand and know the signs when you're dealing with a man that you cannot teach new tricks to, because he's already set into his ways, but you came to the point where you want to settle. Ladies, stop settling. Make these men work for you, even though it has been 25, 28 years. Take some classes on dating. Listen, ladies, I really feel like we don't have to go through what we go through because we're not allowing someone to teach us, because maybe we didn't have the correct and proper teacher. And I really feel like ladies like Loretta, this is what happens when you don't get that person to guide you, to show you how a man is supposed to treat you, how is a man supposed to love you, and you know how if you accept something like that, then you're going to accept everything. You're going to say, and I know no one's perfect, but for a man to pour out in the way that, in the form that he did, that wasn't soothing at all. You know, to me, it was just all about me, and me. I'm going to leave it like that. But I need the ladies. I need you to feel self-confidence about yourself. I need you to feel great about yourself, that you actually tell this man, hey, I don't want your proposal because I don't feel that you're ready. Give him the fearless. Why you don't want to do that? Because you don't want to make it seem as, oh my gosh, I don't want to let him go because I don't know if I'm going to get better. He's the best thing to what I'm looking for. He's the best. That's sad. If that man is the best thing to what you have, child. And for any other woman that's watching this, if you're in that similar situation, I'm going to need you, sis, to evaluate yourself and evaluate your self-esteem, because obviously you put yourself low on a pedal that you feel like you are not a deserver of a man who's willing to choose you, not trying to figure out if he have to give up his materialistic things, him checking in with you just to make sure that you're okay. You don't want a man like this. I promise you, ladies, you're going to kick yourself in the head. And I'm going to tell you this too. I understand some people do it for different reasons. Money ain't everything. Okay? I'm just being real. You want to get treated like crap so you can have $12 million later, maybe in a settlement, maybe because you got some kids, or maybe because he passed away. Is it really worth it? Is it really worth it? Ladies, I hope everything that I said to you makes sense. I hope you are evaluating your situation. I hope you are evaluating your worth, because your worth does matter, because it's a reflection. Everything that you do is a reflection of your self-worth. So I want to let you know that you are special, you are loved, and you are in deserving of everything that you desire. So ladies, thank you for listening to me. I want to say I can't wait to see you next Tuesday here at 6 p.m. on the Lady K Chat podcast. I'll see you guys next time.
Lady K.